Hello, this is Dr. Brian McDonough, and welcome to the Dr. Brian McDonough Show. This is going to sound strange for someone who is providing helpful suggestions on the internet through social media. I'm going to talk about how you trust someone who is providing helpful information in social media. So, right off the bat, how do you trust me? I think it's important if you're looking at me or anyone else, you look for certain things. And I think it's real important you know what's going on because you can easily get into trouble. The first thing that I suggest, it's not a guarantee, but the first thing I suggest is that you look at people and see what their credentials are. Now, they don't have to be a physician if they're talking about health. They could be someone who has credentials in physical therapy, sports medicine, if they're talking about exercise or things like that. And that's a good idea. In fact, I will tell you that I often turn to other specialists in different areas of allied health when I'm treating my own patients. So the best advice doesn't have to come from a physician, believe me. And I've seen some of the worst advice on the internet come from people with MD or DO degrees. It's all variable. So, right off the bat, though, I would check credentials. Now, I want you to hold on till the end of this video because I've got the most important thing. And I also would ask you if you would take the time to subscribe and also to click the like button. It really helps. It helps build the number of people who know we're out there and can provide support. So the second thing that I think is really important when you're looking at the internet and influencer is, are they selling a product? In other words, is there a hard sell? That immediately makes me leery. For instance, if there is something that is not just sponsoring them, but they're bringing up and they're talking about as the way they found an answer. Now, it doesn't mean what they're saying is wrong, but you just have to be a little concerned. Like, what is the motivation for this? During COVID, when I was giving talks about COVID and providing information, I made it clear that I wasn't speaking for a political party or for a pharmaceutical company or anyone else. I was just giving what was the best advice. And I believe that helped because at least people knew I wasn't trying to sell something. The final thing I wanted you to wait around for, and I think this is the most important, use exercise as an example. Be concerned about extreme answers. For instance, if it's someone talking about exercise, if they are pushing the perfect body, losing the most weight, being the best looking person in a bikini on the beach or with the most muscles as you're walking down the beach, those kind of things you've got to be scared about because first of all, we all want to be perfect, do best we can, but that will only make you more depressed or anxious. What you need is reality and a realistic approach. That's the most important thing. And really, if you do those things, you check the credentials, you see if they have some other reason for why they're providing the help, or if they're giving unrealistic expectations, that's probably the best you can do. As far as where I look at for helpful information, I often look at the major medical organizations, the top medical schools, research institutions. They're not always right, but you get a lot of good information there too. So these are just helpful tips, how to survive influencers and social media. And let me stress, there's wonderful information you can get on the internet. It can really help you, but it just let the buyer beware. Have a good day.